All right, everybody, welcome back to the Jordan Report, and I'm your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. All right, guys, if you follow this channel, you'll know that I've made many reports on Black Lives Matter. I've documented the fact that they were started in Obama's White House. They got their initial seed money in Obama's White House, which was $33 million. It's a completely inorganic and manufactured group. And now I'm going to show you what they're up to right now, because they're moving on to something else. The BLM Marxist co-founders sign on to reap the rewards of capitalism. I told you the whole thing was fraud, people. The three women co-founders of the BLM movement have all signed on with creative talent representation agencies. They're all self-avowed trained Marxists, and now they're all ready to cash in on capitalism. I began noticing that the women were making moves to ink deals with the talent agencies beginning last summer. The irony of their goal of tearing down our capitalist society and replacing it with a Marxist society has been part of the story all along. The three women, Patrisse Cullors, that's the Marxist, avowed Marxist, Alicia Garza, and Opal Tometi, that's the one you seen with the picture of President of Venezuela, have all signed on to Hollywood agencies. Over the weekend, Patrisse Cullors made news for signing a deal with Warner Brothers. It's a multi-year deal, wide-ranging deal. Generally speaking, Cullors will develop and produce original programming across all platforms. Now listen to this and remember this, because Obama's doing the same thing. I'm going to show you this in the next article. Including broadcast, cable, and streaming. More specifically, her deals include scripted and unscripted series, long-form series, animated and kids programming, as well as digital content. You see what they're going after, people? They're going into the movies, okay? In other words, she's been given carte blanche by Warner Brothers. Now let me show you what the other girls are doing, and then I'm going to show you what Obama's doing, okay? This is a BLM co-founder, Alicia Garza, signed with ACM Partners for representation in August. She is an Oakland-based writer and public speaker. She too influences the next generation as the principal at the Black Futures Lab and the Black to the Future Action Fund. Okay, now let me show you what the last one's doing. We're going to show you what Obama. Here's Opal Tometi. Again, I believe she's of Nigerian descent. Co-founder Opal Tometi also has Hollywood representation. She's signed with WME last July. Her focus is on social media and online platforms, as well as immigration rights. She's here thanks to the generosity of America and was groomed to be a community activist at a young age. Okay, now let me show you how similar this is to what Obama's doing. It's just show you they're moving into the movie business, and these were their sponsors altogether. Okay, let me show you the article. This is Barack and Michelle Obama signed series production with agreement with Netflix. Everybody knows they're with Netflix, but let me show you this. Former President Obama and First Lady Obama have signed a multi-year agreement to produce films and series for Netflix, the streaming service announced. The deal potentially includes, listen again guys, scripted series, unscripted series, docu-series, documentaries, and features. Newsflix said in a statement that the content would be available to its 125 million members in 190 countries. Now, I'm going to wrap this up, but I'm going to give you an explanation. Stuart Varney is the best one to explain what it is that they're doing with these movies, okay?
Now, President Trump has rolled back almost all of President Obama's policy initiatives. The 8 Obama years have been reversed in the first Trump year. The elites are now rushing, in fact, to defend Obama's legacy. They want to keep all that he stood for right in front of you on your screens. The New York Times reports that Mr. Obama is in advanced talks to produce shows on Netflix. He wants and needs a global platform. A Netflix deal would give him just that. If a deal is signed, Netflix specials could be built around conversations about healthcare. That means government care. Immigration. That means open borders. Foreign policy. That means caving to our enemies. And of course, climate change, which means surrendering our wealth on the altar of global warming. Michelle Obama might handle Conversations on Nutrition. Mr. Obama's opinions are and will be very popular overseas, and Netflix knows it. The former president has close ties to the techie elites. Apple and Amazon have also been talking to him about shows on their streaming services. Nothing wrong with this, nothing at all. The former president is entitled to make his opinions known. But will those opinions still fly in America? Do we want government health care? Do we want open borders? Do we want to return to the Paris Climate Agreement? Do we want to raise taxes, bring back regulation, and get back to the good old days of low growth? I don't think so. Many parts of the world would welcome an apologetic America. They would love to see Barack Obama as the Secretary General of the United Nations. He always wanted to be the President of the world. But I think America prefers the iconoclastic Trump, the man who is breaking with the old way of doing things, breaking with the old view of America's place in the world. Despite all the disdain in the media for Mr. Trump, I've not heard many people hankering for the return of the Obama years.
Okay, guys, that's why I don't watch movies.